Hi, and hello from my dog as well. Sorry about that. Hey, Malone, be quiet. Second video of the day, which I apologize for, but I've had a couple of meetings today that made me realize there's some confusion about how to use Canvas in the way that I've got it set up. And I apologize for that. So I am just now realizing that what you see when you get to the front page is very different than from what I see. So I'm going to go into Student View here so we can look at it from your perspective. And I see that there is a to-do list up there, and that is a list of assignments. Ignore that list. I don't know how else to say that. These assignments, the assignments down here all live within modules. And if you're just going through these assignments, you're missing how they fit in the big picture. So for example, when I go down to last week, it says complete the Facilitating Meaningful Mathematics Discourse module. So you really only have this assignment. Well, there is the read this section in Principles to Action, do this module, and then continue your project work. And right here, I'll also let you know about how long it should take typically and when it's due. Within this module is more than just assignments. It's a full kind of story of what's going on. So I started this one with a short video that I talked through, a brief PowerPoint explaining what it is we're doing, why, and how it fits into the big picture. And then we looked at a brief example of a video that kind of situated, this was I think a 4 or 5 minute video that situated everything within a context to help you think about where we're going from here. And then I had you read a brief article. This article is what guided everything else we were supposed to do for this unit. This article, if you have not read it, please make sure you go back and do it at some point in time because you'll understand much more about what the point of everything was. So this was on the 5 practices. So when I talked about selecting and sequencing, there's a lot of information in here that's really helpful. Okay, and then we went to the next page here. And on the next page, you'll notice this is where the hexagon task was. And if you were just doing assignments out to the side, you probably wondered why the heck I had you do this task because it didn't seem like it was connected to anything else. Well, the reason I had you do it is because on the next page, we were talking about it, and I wanted you to think about it yourself before you looked through a bunch of student examples, which is what's in this video as I talk through how I anticipated student examples and what I would do from there to plan for selecting and sequencing them for a class discussion. After this page, it went on to the monitoring stuff. So most importantly is that all of these assignments are situated within a whole lesson, within a module. And within these, there's a lot of information that helps connect these and will help you understand what you're doing and why. And I am sorry that wasn't clear to everybody. I know I gave a tour on the first day of class when we were all online together, but you weren't doing an assignment yet, so it might not have stuck. And when you're there on that front page, I see that in the student view, it's just sitting out there. Here's your to-do list, which means you've missed out on a lot of these things. And for example, here's this last page, which was just something for you to read that really is all of the research that backs up the things that we were talking about in this particular module. And these are really important. They're going to be helpful as things that you can reference and so forth in your EdTPA, and also explains why they're so important. So if you did not know that that's how this was organized, I'm sorry I didn't figure out earlier that was what the situation was. Again, this will let you know if you have anything missing, but keep in mind that these are all within modules. So what I would recommend doing every week when I say, hey, the module's live, so I sent you a note on Tuesday that week 10 is live, go down here to week 10, click on that, and here I give you a brief overview, what you're going to learn, the timeline, and I usually let you know about how long, I forgot to tell you how long this one is going to take. This will be about 2 or 3 hours again. But then take a look at the module. You can actually maybe flip through and get a sense about how long it might take you so that you can plan your week accordingly and know from there. So I am very sorry if you are one of the few that was just going off of this list over here and not seeing the big picture. Please take a look at those. If you want to take a look at all the modules, you can hit module here and go through all of the ones that we have done and just make sure there isn't anything big, that ideas that you've missed. You certainly haven't missed any assignments, but there are a lot of pages here that don't have assignments to go with them. So for example, another one we noticed, if you're working on EdTPA, if you were just doing the assignments, you would have seen the quiz on scoring, but you wouldn't have known what you were scoring, where right here on this page of the module, I had a full example for you to look at. And an example that to not only practice scoring, but an example for you to see what this looks like as you're doing your own. So I hope this is helpful. I hope there weren't many of you that were still in that situation, but if you were, I apologize that I didn't reiterate that after the first day, but do always come and start down here, and if there's a module, go through it page by page. As always, if you have any questions, please ask. If you want to meet with me individually, please ask. I'm happy to do so. All right, good luck. No more dog barking here. Have a great evening.